If you're watching this on YouTube, please like the video, please subscribe to the channel. So my original goal was to play a 162 game created franchise on MLB The Show 20 for PlayStation 4. All 162 games on YouTube, no skipped innings, no simulated games, and I've done that. So obviously what follows from a regular season is the playoffs, and that's where we are. The Bronx Knights advanced past the Minnesota Twins in the divisional round. Then they got past the Tampa Bay Rays in the championship round. And now it's time for Game 3 of the World Series. Bronx Knights versus the Colorado Rockies. The Knights have won the first 2 games at home. And it's time to shift gears and head to Colorado for Game 3 of the World Series. So let's jump into the calendar. And as you can see, the Bronx Knights won the first game at Yankee Stadium 6-4. And then in extras, 3-2 in 11 innings to take a 2-0 advantage in a best-of-7. So now it's at Colorado. Madison Bumgarner versus Sean Manaea. For you organizations games, we're going to play the game. We're going to say okay. Play full game. We are the away team at Colorado at Coors Field. Presentation, day is overcast. Madison Bumgarner is the starter, 2-0 in the postseason. The lineup looks good to me. Let's rock and roll. These are the starting lineups. Again, if you're watching this on YouTube, please like the video. Please subscribe to the channel. It really helps, especially hit that little bell icon. That way, the next time I play or stream, you will get an alert on your mobile device. Thank you so much for watching. Even if it's later on after the fact, it's much appreciated. Welcome to Bronx Knights Baseball. Here we are at Coors Field for Game 3 of the World Series. The Colorado Rockies host the Bronx Knights. The Knights lead 2-0 in this best-of-7 championship series. On the mound for the Rockies is Sean Manaea. He's made 2 starts this season. During the playoffs, he's 2-0, 3.21 ERA. And leading off Game 3 of the World Series is Mighty Max Luklitch. Max is the center fielder. He's hitting .276 in the postseason. He has 4 runs batted in. Switch hitter batting from the left side against the right. No, check that. The right side against the lefty, Sean Manaea. And he lines it single to right on the first pitch of the game. And the Bronx Knights lead Game 3 with a single. Here's the replay. Quick start. Up next is the first baseman, Don Mattingly. Mattingly hitting .255, a homer, 5 RBIs in the postseason. Left-handed hitter against the lefty Manaea. Luklitch leads off first. Pitch out, but nothing doing on the bases. Luklitch is not stealing on the pitch. Count is 1 ball and no strikes on Mattingly. Don Mattingly was the 1985 American League Most Valuable Player. He was a batting champion in 1984. He won 7 Gold Gloves in the 1980s and 1990s. Big lead over there at first. In there, strike 1. Count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike. And it's a slow roller to the second baseman. He just goes the easy way to first. It's basically a swinging bunt. Runner at second with 1 away. Starting lineup for the Bronx Knights. Max Luklitch is in center. Don Mattingly is at first. The DH today is Chris Ramos. Michael O'Rourke is in left. Jacob Salazar is the shortstop. Matt Saps is your second baseman. Francisco Lindor is in right. Anthony Millo is batting 8th and is the catcher. And batting 9th is Matt Termini, the third baseman. Chris Ramos, switch hitter batting from the right side. The American League's most valuable player steps in with a runner at scoring position and 1 away. Pitch from Manaea is high, ball 1. During the regular season, Chris Ramos hit .361. He had 66 homers and 169 RBIs. Led the American League in all 3 categories. Checks the swing, but the pitch hits the inside corner. Count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike. Luklitch leads off second. Here comes the pitch from Manaea. And that one is a flare to center field. He will drop in there. Rounding third and heading home is Luklitch. It's an early 1-0 lead for the Bronx Knights here in Game 3 of the World Series on the RBI single by Chris Ramos. Here's the replay. Next up is the left fielder, Michael O'Rourke. Michael hit 38 homers, drove in 117 runs during the regular season. He has a homer and 8 RBIs during this postseason rush. Did he check his swing? Yes, he did, according to the third base umpire. Ball 1 on O'Rourke. Ramos leads off first, 1 away here in the top of the first inning, Coors Field. And he pulls it high and deep, but curling out of play. Strike 1. A 9.0 wins above replacement. It's a difficult new stat to explain, but the higher the number, the better. And this one is a bloop to center. Racing in is, it drops in there for a single, but he gets the force. So it's a fielder's choice out at second. 2 away here in the top of the first. So Willie Mays couldn't get there, but threw a strike to second base. And Ramos couldn't make it. He had to wait between first and second, not knowing whether it would be caught on the fly. So runner on first is Michael O'Rourke. 2 away here in the top of the first. Up steps Jacob Salazar, the shortstop, hitting .314. He has 6 RBIs in the postseason. This is Game 3 of the World Series. Swinging and miss at the fastball, strike 1. Pitch out, nothing doing. Every single game from the beginning of this created franchise season, the hitting difficulty and the pitching difficulty has been on All-Star. Just for accountability's sake, I'm going to go to options, gameplay. Hitting difficulty is on All-Star, and the pitching difficulty is on All-Star. Just show it just once, just so that you know what the difficulty setting is for this franchise season. Count is 1 ball and 1 strike on Salazar. And he yanks it down the left field line. It is a foul ball. The count is 1 ball and 2 strikes on the hitter. 2 away. Runner at first is O'Rourke. He had 27 steals during the regular season. It would not surprise me if he took off. Inside corner, strike 3. Salazar doesn't believe the call, but it doesn't matter what he believes because a half an inning has gone by here at Coors Field. Game 3 of the World Series. Bronx Knights lead 1-0. Colorado coming up to bat. On the mound for the Bronx Knights, the veteran Madison Bumgarner. He's pitched in 2 starts. This is his 3rd start. He's 2-0 with a 3.00 earned run average. He has come up big so far in these playoffs. And Mookie Betts is the leadoff hitter for the Colorado Rockies. He's hitting a .186 during the postseason. Here comes the first pitch from Bumgarner. Misses outside, ball 1. Swinging to miss out in front of the changeup. Count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike. Bumgarner was 12-5 during the regular season. In there with the cut fastball, strike 2. Bronx Knights won 107 games during the regular season. The Colorado Rockies won 101 games. And that's a deep fly ball to center field. Back goes Luklitch at the track. He makes the catch for the first out of the bottom of the first. Lineup for the Rockies. Mookie Betts is in right. Ryan Klesko is the DH. Willie Mays is the center fielder. Juan Soto's in left. Javier Baez is the shortstop. Manny Machado's at third. Nate Lowe is your first baseman. Craig Biggio is at second. Batting ninth, Carson Kelly behind home plate. So with 1 out, Ryan Klesko steps up. .318, 2 homers, 6 RBIs. Left-handed hitter against the lefty Bumgarner. Fouls off the fastball, strike 1. Change up low, count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike. So the Bronx Knights lead this best of 7 series 2-0. In order to stay in this series, swing and a miss at the fastball, count as 1-2 on Plesko. In order to stay in this series, the Rockies must win this game 3. If they go down 3-0, then they need to win 4 straight in order to capture the World Series. And historically, that has not happened all that often in baseball history. And that's a deep drive to right center field. Back goes Luklitch at the track. He makes the catch, out number 2. 2 deep drives to center, but both outs. Postseason bracket, as you can see, the Colorado Rockies beat the New York Mets in the NLCS 4-1, and the Bronx Knights won in 6 games against the Tampa Bay Rays to meet in the World Series. So 2 outs, up steps Willie Mays, hitting .262, 2 homers, 5 RBIs during this playoff run. 2 outs, bases empty, 1-0 lead for the Knights. Pitches at the knees, strike 1. Hard ground ball to Mattingly at first, takes it himself, steps on the bag. It's a 1-2-3 inning for Bumgarner. At the end of 1 inning play here at Coors Field, Game 3 of the World Series, Bronx Knights lead 1-0. So we go to the top of the second. Up steps the second baseman today, Matthew Saps. He's hitting .348, 2 homers, 8 runs batted in. Pitch from Manaya. And he swings over the top of the changeup. Strike 1. And it's a medium depth fly ball to center field. Willie Mays makes the catch for the first out of the inning. Defensive alignment for the Colorado Rockies from left to right in the outfield is Soto, Mays, and Betts. And in the infield from left to right is Machado, Baez, Biggio, Nate Lowe at first, with Carson Kelly behind home plate. So next up is Francisco Lindor, hitting .440 for the postseason, a homer, 7 RBIs. And he hits a line drive to center, playable for Willie Mays. 2 quick outs here in the top of the second. The number 8 hitter stepping to the plate, 2 outs here in the top of the second, is Anthony Mello, hitting .317, 2 homers, 11 runs batted in. And he's late on the fastball, strike 1. Anthony Mello did not hit well in the first half of the regular season, picked it up in the second, and he has been a different player here in the playoffs. Fouls it off, the count is quickly 0 balls and 2 strikes on Mello, the catcher. Misses inside with the slider, count is 1 ball and 2 strikes. And that's a hard ground ball to the shortstop. Baez throws across in time. It's a 1-2-3 inning for Sean Manaea after 1.5 here at Coors Field. 3rd game of the World Series. Bronx Knights lead 1-0. So we go to the bottom of the second. Up steps Juan Soto, left fielder, hitting .349, 4 homers, 10 runs batted in, left-handed hitter. And he pops it up. Long run in foul territory from, nice running catch from Matt Termini, the 3rd baseman, to capture the first out. 1 pitch, 1 away. Defensive alignment for the Bronx Knights in the outfield from left to right, Mike O'Rourke, Max Luklitch, Francisco Lindor. And in the infield from left to right, you have Matt Termini at 3rd base, Jacob Salazar, Matthew Saps, Don Mattingly with Anthony Mello behind home plate. That is your defense for the Bronx Knights. Next up, 1 away here in the bottom of the second, Javier Baez hitting only a .179 in the postseason. In there, strike 1. He does have 9 runs batted in, however. So when he has the hits, they've come in opportune times. Misses with the cut fastball inside. Count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike. Slow roller. Bumgarner bounces off the mound, throws to first, in time, 2 away. So next up is Manny Machado, the third baseman, hitting .231. He has 4 homers and 9 runs batted in. 2 away, bases empty. And that's a deep drive, but he pulls it. Foul ball, strike 1. Out in front of the changeup, the count is quickly no balls and 2 strikes on Machado. And he pops it up. Mattingly races over to the foul territory, cannot make the play. Count remains no balls and 2 strikes on Machado. 2 outs here in the top of the second. Check that bottom of the second here at Coors Field. It's a 1-0 lead for the Knights. And he's late on the fastball. Count remains 0-2. Ground ball backhanded by Termini. Long throw. In time. It's a 1-2-3 inning for Bumgarner. And at the end of 2 innings of baseball here at Coors Field, the Bronx Knights lead Game 3 of the World Series 1-0. Top of the third, Matt Termini, who just made a really nice play at third base, steps up to the plate. He has hitting .200 in the postseason. No homers, 4 RBIs. And it's a ground ball off the leg of Sean Manaea. He picks it up, throws to first, not in time. It's probably going to be called an infield single, but they're going to have to check to see if Manaea is okay. Hit him right on the shin. Let's see what the reaction is if the trainer goes out to check it out. He waves off the trainer, says, no, I'm good. So, runner at first, nobody out here in the top of the third. Up steps the leadoff hitter, Max Luklitch, who's 1 for 1 already. And he yanks it foul down the left field line. Count is no balls and 1 strike on Luklitch. Termini leads off first. 1-0 lead for the Knights. Pitches outside, count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike. Max hit .308 during the regular season, scored 118 runs, had 39 stolen bases. He was the starter for center field in the American League All-Star game. And that is skied to left center field. There is Willie Mays. He makes the catch for out number 1. Next up is Don Mattingly. Donnie is 0 for 1 with a ground out. Steps in there against the lefty Manaea. Big lead over there at first from Termini. Fastball outside corner, strike 1. Donnie won the Gold Glove Award for first base this season. So did Max Luklitch for center field. Quick throw to first. He dives back in. He's safe. 1 out here in the top of the third inning. 1-0 lead here in Game 3 of the World Series for the Bronx Knights. Did he check it? No, he did not. That's strike 2 according to the home plate umpire. Mattingly can't believe it. Thought he held up. So, no balls, 2 strikes on Mattingly. Runner leads off first. Outside, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Swing and a miss. He gets him on the slider. And that is 2 away here in the top of the third. Strikeout number 2 for Manaea. Next up is the reigning American League Most Valuable Player, Chris Ramos. Usually plays second base. He's today's designated hitter. Hitting from the right side against the lefty Manaea. He has an RBI single. And he hits another ground ball, base hit through the box. He's 2 for 2, and there'll be runners at first and second with 2 away here in the top of the third inning. Here's the replay. Ground ball with eyes right up the middle. So with 2 on and 2 out, up steps Michael O'Rourke, the left fielder, left-handed hitter. He's hitting .313 for the postseason. He grounded out in the first inning. Pitches outside, ball 1. Low, ball 2. Count is 2 balls and no strikes. He had 38 home runs in 150 regular season games. Does have power. Backs him off the plate. The count is 3 balls and no strikes. Will he have the green light on 3-0? No, he will not. I don't swing on 3-0. I'm taking a pitch. Let's see what happens. Outside corner, strike 1. So now it's a hitter's count. 3 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs, 2 runners on. Pitch from Minaya. And he fouls it upstairs behind home plate. And the count will go full. 3 balls, 2 strikes with 2 outs. Both runners will be in motion. Here in the top of the third, 1-0 lead for the Bronx Knights here. Swing and a miss, but the ball gets away from the catcher. He needs to throw it to first in order to record the out. And he's safe. Everybody's safe. So it's a strikeout and a wild pitch, and he reached first on the late throw to first. So the bases will be loaded here in the third with 2 away for Jacob Salazar, who struck out in the first inning. Minaya settles in. Pitches outside, ball 1. Nowhere to put him. Thank you, Mr. Hall. I appreciate the fact that you took the time to watch. I really do. Thank you for also joining the stream. This one right here. Swings and misses a little late on the fastball. Count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike on Salazar. Bases loaded. Here early in game 3. And he rolls over on it down the third base line. The count is 1 ball and 2 strikes. This is a big moment in the game. The Rockies are down 0-2 in this best-of-7 series. And he yanks it, but right at Machado at third base. And they leave the bases loaded. So, after 2.5 innings of play here in Coors Field for Game 3 of the World Series, Bronx Knights lead 1-0. So we go to the bottom of the third. Up steps Nate Lowe, playing first base today. He's hitting .325, 3 homers, 7 runs batted in. First pitch from Bumgarner. In there, strike 1, 95 on the radar gun. And the curveball finds the outside corner. The count is quickly no balls and 2 strikes on Lowe. Lowe's hitting .325 in the postseason, so he's been effective. And he pops it up. Only man on the left side is Termini. Waits for it, makes the catch, and there's 1 out here in the bottom of the third. Next up is the second baseman, Craig Biggio, hitting a .154 in the postseason. In real life, he is a Hall of Famer who played for the Houston Astros, 3,000 hit club. Late on the fastball, strike 1. Madison Bumgarner has 2 wins in the postseason. This is his first World Series start in this fictional universe. Line drive, foul ball, strike 2 on Biggio. Home run 8th inning, Chris Cantoris. Well, you know what? It was a pleasant surprise because he has been, in my humble opinion, ice cold in the playoffs. Swing and a miss at the fastball. Strike 3. First strikeout for Bumgarner. There's 2 away here in the third. Way out in front of the fastball. I'm really confused by that. But swing and a miss. Biggio is retired. So with 2 down, up steps Carson Kelly, who's hitting .108 and 3 RBIs in the 2024 postseason. 2 away, bases empty. And he fouls off the fastball, strike 1. Bronx Knights have a 1-0 lead in this Game 3 of the World Series, best of 7. High and inside, ball 1, count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike on Kelly. Misses, just misses on the curveball. Count is 2-1. Just gets a piece of the cut fastball. Count is 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, bases empty. Bottom of the third, 1-0 lead for the Knights. Here comes the pitch from Bumgarner. And that's a line drive to left. But there is O'Rourke to make the catch and retire the side. So it's a 1-2-3 inning for Bumgarner, and at the end of 3 innings of play here in Game 3 of the World Series, Bronx Knights lead 1-0. So we go to the top of the 4th. Up steps the second baseman, Matthew Saps, who's 0 for 1 today. He's hitting .340 during the postseason, however. Minaya sets and delivers. Chases a fastball, strike 1. During the regular season, Matt Saps had 33 homers and 109 runs batted in. Inside, ball 1. Late on the fastball, count is 1 ball and 2 strikes on Saps. Strike 3 called, outside corner. Struck him out looking, there's 1 away. It's Manaya's 4th strikeout. Next up is Francisco Lindor, switch hitter, hitting from the right side against the lefty Manaya. He's 0 for 1. Pitches outside, ball 1. Lindor played in 38 games during this season. He's a part-time player. He basically has assumed the full-time job after the injury of Benny Lo Cicero, the starting right fielder, for the remainder of the playoffs. Outside corner, strike 2. He's really got a lockdown on that corner. Count is 1 ball and 2 strikes on Lindor. Check to swing, inside, count evens, 2 balls and 2 strikes. And he skies it to right. Back goes Mookie Betts at the track, the wall, looking up. It's off the wall. He's rounding second. He's heading to third to throw back to the infield. It's going to be a triple. A 1-out triple for Francisco Lindor. Off the bat, I thought that Mookie was going to make that catch, but apparently the wall decided otherwise. Let's look at the replay. It just drifted and drifted, and he crashed into the wall, was unable to make the catch. Backing up the play was the center fielder. And by the time that ball found its way back to the infield, now we have a runner at third and less than 2 outs. Anthony Millo is 0 for 1. He doesn't need a hit to get that runner in. And that's a line drive caught. And that basically killed that idea. With the line drive, there's now 2 away, and the runner does not score. So now the Knights need a base hit to get that runner home. So Matt Termini steps up to the plate. He singled in his first at-bat. He needs to single again for there to be a 2-0 lead. Let's see what happens. And he pops it up short center field. There is the second baseman. Biggio makes the catch, and they strand the runner at third base. In Game 3 of the World Series, Bronx Knights lead after 3.5. They lead 1-0. So we go to the bottom of the 4th. Speaking of Mookie Betts, he steps up to the plate for his second plate appearance. He's 0 for 1. He flew out in the first inning. Madison still on the mound. At the knees, strike 1. Curveball in there, count is quickly, no balls and 2 strikes on Betts. Mookie Betts played for the Boston Red Sox and then the Los Angeles Dodgers. He's a current day player. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and there's 1 away. Second strikeout of the game for Madison. Let's look at the replay. Just snuck the fastball by him at the knees, I think. Yeah. Tried to go down and get it, couldn't. So next up is Ryan Klesko, the DH today. Left-handed hitter against the lefty Bumgarner. And he hits a deep drive. That ball is gone. Off of the foul pole. This ball game is tied on Klesko's first home run here in the World Series. It's a 1-1 ball game here in the bottom of the fourth. Here's the replay. Oh, the only hope that the Knights had was if the ball would go foul, and if I'm not mistaken, it hit the foul pole. Here we look at it. Yep, hit the foul pole. And Madison knew it the minute he let go of the pitch. So, next up is Willie Mays, who grounded out in the first. He's 0 for 1. Tie ball game here in the bottom of the fourth, 1 away. In there, strike 1. Strike 2. Eli is probably going to pitch game 5. Let's see. 0-2 on Willie Mays. And that's a deep drive. O'Rourke just watches it go. It's a 2-1 lead for the Colorado Rockies as that ball finds the plaza section. A 468-foot home run solo shot. And this ball game is 2-1 Colorado here in the bottom of the fourth. Oh my goodness. This ball was on a rocket ship. Watch the replay. .467 feet projected. I still don't think it's come down. Hit the barbecue stand up on the plaza. So, 1 away. Wicked Quixotic, welcome to MLB The Show. Much appreciated. Thank you for watching, as always. It's a 2-1 lead for Colorado here in the bottom of the fourth. Pitches in there to Juan Soto for strike 1. Bronx Knights have a 2-0 lead in this best-of-7 series. This is Game 3 at Coors Field. And he grounds it into the teeth of the shift. Saps from short right field, throws to first for the second out. Back-to-back jacks indeed. Next up is Javier Baez, who's hitting a .175 for the postseason. He's 0 for 1 today with a ground out. Fouls off the fastball, strike 1. Just misses inside. Bumgarner has no idea where that pitch missed. He thought it was a strike. Count is 1 ball and 1 strike on Baez. Yet that one was a strike according to the home plate umpire, which honestly looked low from our perspective. But the count is 1 ball and 2 strikes. Maybe it was a makeup pitch. Pop up, short center field. Salazar, the shortstop, waits for it, makes the catch and retires aside, but not before 2 solo back-to-back jacks gives the Colorado Rockies the lead. At the end of 4 innings of play here in Game 3 of the World Series, Colorado Rockies lead 2-1. So we go to the top of the 5th. Up steps the leadoff man, Max Luklitch, who's 1 for 2 with a single. Hits from the right side against Minaya. Swings at the first pitch, skies it to short right field. Mookie Betts ranges over, makes the catch 1 away. Next up is Don Mattingly. He's 0 for 2 today. Low and outside, ball 1. Outside corner with the pitch. Count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike. And that's a line drive. Base hit to center field. That's a 1-out single for the Knights here in the top of the 5th. Donnie Baseball is 1 for 3 today. Next up is the second baseman playing DH today. The star of Game 2 of this World Series, Chris Ramos. He is the batting champion. He is the home run champion. He is the AL MVP. He's 2 for 2 today with an RBI. Pitches down and in, ball 1. He had 66 homers and 169 runs batted in during the regular season. Late on the two-seam fastball, count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike. Mattingly leads off first, 1 away. That's a line drive, base hit. It'll be first and second. Ramos, he's going to third. He is in there. Big gamble by Don Mattingly. He rounded second and went to third, so it'll be first and third. Look at the throw, is on line. Not a lot of speed from the first baseman, but he made it in there. The gamble pays off. So it'll be first and third with 1 away. The tying run is at third with less than 2 outs. Up steps Michael O'Rourke, who's 0 for 2. Outside, ball 1. Mattingly at third, Ramos at first, O'Rourke at the plate. Inside, ball 2, 2 balls and no strikes. Michael hit .343 during the regular season. And it's a line drive, foul ball. Count is 2 balls and 1 strike. Just gets a piece of the changeup. Count will go 2 balls and 2 strikes on O'Rourke. Tough left-handed pitcher. So the count will go full. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Runners lead off first and third. Here comes the payoff pitch, the full count pitch. Ball 4, and the bases are now loaded with 1 away for the shortstop, Jacob Salazar. Jacob Salazar had 17 home runs during the regular season, and the Rockies pitching coach takes that stroll out to the mound, calm Sean Manaea down, have a little conversation about strategy, give the bullpen some time to warm up. So Jacob Salazar is a switch hitter batting from the right side against the lefty Manaea. He's 0 for 2. He's 4 for 12 in this World Series. Game 3, the World Series, Knights up 2-0. Bases loaded. They're down by 1 here in Game 3. Pitches outside, ball 1. Nowhere to put Jacob. During the regular season, he had .322. And that's a line drive headed towards Mookie Betts. He makes the catch, throwing home, coming home is, the throw is offline. It's an RBI and a sacrifice fly, and this ball game is tied at 2 here in the top of the 5th inning. So Salazar got the job done. I'm sure he imagined a ball in the gap or a grand slam, but in any event, the game is tied at 2 here in the 5th inning. So next up is Matthew Saps, runners at first and second with 2 away. Matt Saps is 0 for 2 today. Pitches outside, ball 1. 2 right-handers warming in the bullpen, Jim Palmer, and that's a mouthful of a name, Woods Richardson. I guess it's missing a hyphen. Anyway, 1 ball, no strikes on Matt Saps. He's the second baseman today. Ground ball right at the third baseman, throws to second for the force, and the side is retired, but not before the Bronx Knights tie the ball game on a sacrifice fly. After 4.5 innings of play in Game 3 of the World Series, this ball game is tied at 2. So we go to the bottom of the 5th, and Heidi Watney is our sideline reporter talking in the bullpen, but unbelievably, there's still something wrong with her microphone. We're going to send a technician down there with a battery, a 9-volt battery, or some wires or something. We do apologize, Heidi. So we're going to go to the mound, So it's the bottom of the fifth. Up steps the third baseman, Manny Machado. He's 0 for 1. Bumgarner's still out there. He's been gifted a 2-2 tie here in the fifth. Checks the swing, but it's in there, strike one. Swing and a miss at the cut fastball. Count is quickly no balls and 2 strikes on Manny. Fouls off the changeup. Count remains no balls and 2 strikes here against Machado. And he just gets a piece of the fastball to stay alive. Fouls off the cutter. Machado's battling. Strike 3 called on the breaking ball. Strikeout number 3 for Bumgarner, and there's 1 away here in the fifth. So the first baseman, Nate Lowe, steps up to the plate. He's 0 for 1 with a pop-out. Lefty hitter against the lefty Madison Bumgarner. And that's a drive the other way. They were shifting him to pull, and he hits the ball all the way into the corner. It's a stand-up double with 1 away. That's the go-ahead run at second base for the Colorado Rockies with only 1 out here in the bottom of the fifth. They had the infield and the outfield played to the right side, and he sliced it to the left. Next up is the second baseman, Craig Biggio, with a runner in scoring position and only 1 away. So Craig is 0 for 1, struck out in the third. Madison sets and delivers. And he's late on the fastball, strike 1. In this fictional universe, Craig Biggio has well over 2,000 runs scored. Just misses with the cut fastball. Count is equal 1 ball and 1 strike. And he pops it up in the infield. Saps is there, makes the catch for out number 2. Next up is the number 9 hitter, Carson Kelly, the catcher. He's 0 for 1. He lined out in the third inning. Runner leads off second. Strike 1. So this is game 3 of the World Series. Bronx Knights lead 2 games to none. Best of 7 series. First team to win 4 games is the champion. Ball is fouled down the third base line. Count is no balls and 2 strikes on Kelly. So this is obviously an important game for the Colorado Rockies. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Side is retired. So 5 innings complete here at Coors Field. And game 3 of the World Series is knotted at 2. So we go to the top of the 6th. Up steps Francisco Lindor, who had a triple in this ball game. He's 1 for 2. Fouls off the fastball, a little late on it, strike 1. Francisco Lindor's switch hitter batting from the right side. Pitch is high, count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike. In the dirt, 2-1. It's a ground ball to the third baseman. Spins, fires. Machado makes the play, and there's 1 away. Next up is Anthony Millo. He's 2 for 10 in this series, 0 for 2 today. He's the number 8 hitter in the lineup. Inside corner, strike 1. And he pulls the changeup foul. Count quickly, no balls and 2 strikes. Minaya is about to throw pitch number 75 here in the 6th inning. And that's a line drive But it looks like, yep, running catch over the shoulder for Mookie Betts, and that's out number 2. So next up is the number 9 hitter, Matt Termini. Matt is 1 for 2 with a single. Bases empty, 2 outs. Game is tied at 2 here at Coors Field. And it is a 2-hopper to the shortstop. Check that, the second baseman. Biggio makes the play to retire the side. It's a 1-2-3 inning for Minaya. And after 5.5 innings of baseball, here in Game 3 of the World Series, it's a 2-2 tie. So we go to the bottom of the 6th. Up steps the right fielder Mookie Betts, who's 0 for 2. Because it's the 6th inning, I'm going to the bullpen, and I'm going to warm up some guys. I'm going to warm up Jesse Biddle, and I'm going to warm up Carlos Estevez, just in case. So, leading off is Mookie Betts here in the bottom of the 6th. It's a 2-2 tie here in Game 3 of the World Series. Slow roller, long throw for Saps. In time, 1 away. Nice play by Saps, ranging all the way towards the shortstop position to make the play. So next up is Ryan Klesko. Ryan had a solo home run today. He's 1 for 2. Comes the pitch from Bumgarner. Misses inside, ball 1. And he hits it the other way, slicing out of play. Count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike on Klesko. Misses with the curveball. Count is 2-1. And he reaches out and serves it to left. There is O'Rourke. Makes the catch for out number 2. My son Caleb says hi. Well, hello, Caleb. Thank you for watching Bronx Nights Baseball. I'm a big fan of your father's show, The Outlander Show. Those of you that are unaware, The Outlander Show is on YouTube. You should certainly subscribe to the channel. In there to Willie Mays is strike 1. Willie Mays is 1 for 2 today. Hit a deep home run out into the plaza deck. I think he broke a window. Misses with the cut fastball inside. The count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike. And he's a little late on the fastball. Fouls it off. Count is 1 ball and 2 strikes. We'll be doing some... Oh, good. I'm glad to hear that because I will definitely be watching. So, ladies and gentlemen, after baseball here in Bronx Nights Baseball, be sure to tune in to The Outlander Show to watch some live-streamed Madden football. It's definitely going to be a treat. Hard ground ball caught on a line by Termini, and the side is retired. So, 6 innings of baseball here in Game 3. This ball game is tied at 2. So we go to top of the 7th. Up steps Nick Goody. Nick Goody was the losing pitcher in yesterday's Game 1, 11th inning walk-off hit by Matt Termini. Leading off here in the top of the 7th is Max Luklitch. He's 1 for 3 with a single today. Turns around and hits from the left side against the right-hander Goody. Pitches outside, ball 1. So again, 2 right-handers warming in the bullpen for the Rockies, Taylor Williams and Sean Woods Richardson. Count is 1 ball and no strikes to Luklitch. Checks his swing. Breaking ball is low, 2-0. It's a ground ball to the second baseman, backhanded, throws it into the stands. That's an E4 for Biggio. And there'll be a runner in scoring position with nobody out here in the top of the 7th. That is the go-ahead run at second base. A gift from Craig Biggio as he overthrows the first baseman into the dugout. So next up is Don Mattingly, who needs to move that runner to third base even if he makes an out. He's 1 for 3 with a single. He needs to pull the ball. Let's see what happens. but he doesn't. He does not get the job done. He hits it to Machado, throws to first, and the runner remains at second. That was a mental mistake by Don Mattingly. There is one out here in the top of the seventh. Now the runner is not at third base with less than 2 outs. Next up is Chris Ramos, the reigning Most Valuable Player Award winner in the American League. He's 3 for 3 today with an RBI. Now he's batting from the left side. Runner at second in scoring position, 1 away. Pitches outside, ball 1. And I think Ramos has a little bit of his swagger back. He's missing something in the postseason so far. Pitches outside, 2 balls and no strikes. And it looks like Goody doesn't want to give him anything. Maybe it's an intentional, unintentional walk. Let's see. Line drive, base hit to right field. Rounding third and heading home is Luklitch. The throw to the plate is not in time. It is an RBI single for Chris Ramos. They have the lead 3-2 here in the top of the 7th. That is 4th hit of the game for Chris Ramos and the 2nd RBI. And all that speed rounding third base in Max Luklitch. They were unable to, the swipe tag misses him. And it's a 3-2 lead here in Game 3 of the World Series. So runner at first. Michael O'Rourke is up. He's walked in the 5th. He's officially 0 for 2. And he pulls it up the first base line. That ball is foul for strike 1. Michael's hitting .306 in the postseason. Misses outside with the fastball. Count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike. Ramos leads off first, 1 away. And he skies it to deep center field. Back goes to the track, the wall. He's on the warning track, makes the catch for out number 2. O'Rourke gave it a ride. He hit it about 410 feet to dead center field, but it's still an out for the Bronx Knights. So with 2 away and a runner at first, up steps Jacob Salazar, who's 0 for 2. He had a sacrifice fly in his last at-bat to tie the ball game at 2. Pitches down and in, ball 1. Knights lead the series 2-0. If they win this game, they'll be up 3-0. And that means that the pitch is high, 2 balls, no strikes. That means the Colorado Rockies would have to win 4 straight to become the world champions. That's not something that's been done all that often. And he pulls it. It's high and deep. Back goes, on the warning track. Mookie Betts makes the running catch to retire the side, but the Bronx Knights on the RBI single by the MVP Chris Ramos takes a 3-2 lead. Get up and stretch, ladies and gentlemen. It's time for the 7th inning stretch. Oh yeah! So we go to the bottom of the 7th. Up steps Juan Soto, who's 0 for 2. Madison is still out there. In there, strike 1. So this is Game 3 of the World Series, Knights versus Rockies. After a long season, playing every game, every inning, no simulated games. It's been a long road. This is technically game number 175. And Juan Soto fouls it off. The count is 1 ball and 2 strikes. It's a 3-2 lead for the Knights here in the bottom of the 7th. And it's a line drive caught by the only man on the left side of the infield, Matt Termini, the third baseman, basically playing shortstop. So there's 1 away here in the bottom of the 7th. Next up is Javier Baez, who's 0 for 2. And that will be all for Madison Bumgarner. He leaves leading 3-2, going to the bullpen. I'm calling in Carlos Estevez. Don Mattingly, the manager, the 50-year-old version of Don Mattingly, takes the ball from Bumgarner. He can win, he cannot lose. He can only get a win or a no decision. And in relief comes Carlos Estevez, who pitched in 5 games this postseason. He's winless, but he's pitched in 7 2/3 innings and has given up only 1 run in those 7 2/3. So, 1 out here in the bottom of the 7th, 3-2 lead for the Knights. First pitch to Baez. In there, strike 1. Checks the swing. Pitches outside. Count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike. Swing and a miss at the 100-mile-an-hour fastball. Count is 1 ball and 2 strikes. Swing and a miss. He gets him on the slider outside the zone, and there's 2 away here in the 7th. Just gets him to chase it. Threw him the heat. Thought it was a fastball. Next up is Manny Machado, the third baseman. He's 2 for 9 with a homer in this series, but does not have a hit today. Strike 1 at the knees. Out in front of the changeup, strike 2. Count is quickly no balls and 2 strikes. Chases the pitch, strikes him out as well. So Estevez comes in, faces 2 batters and strikes them both out at the end of 7 innings of play here in Game 3 of the World Series. Bronx Knights lead 3-2. Taylor Williams comes in relief for the Rockies. He's pitched 4 1/3 innings in the postseason. He has a 2.08 earned run average. And he will face Matthew Saps, who's 0 for 3 today. And it's a hard ground ball up the first base line, but it is a foul ball. Strike 1. Before we go any further, I want to do my manager and my bullpen. Left, right, right. All right, I'm going to leave it the way. Actually, no, wait a minute. I'm going back to the bullpen. I'm going to warm up Zach just in case. Just in case. So the count is 0-1 to Matthew Saps here in the top of the 8th inning. Checks the swing, or did he? No, he did not, according to the home plate umpire. He swung. So the count is quickly no balls and 2 strikes on Saps. Down and in, ball 1. Count is 1-2. It's a 3-2 lead for the Knights. They're trying to win the first 3 games of this World Series to go up 3-0 in a best of 7. Swing and a miss at the slider, strikes him out swinging, and there's 1 away. It's Taylor Williams' first strikeout. Let's look at the replay. That was not a strike. That was a ball. Chased it. So next up is Francisco Lindor, switch hitter, batting now from the left side against the righty, Williams. Pitches high, ball 1. He had a triple in the 4th inning. He's 1 for 3. Yanks it, foul down the first base line. Count is 1 ball and 1 strike. And he grounds it to the first baseman. Nate Lowe tosses it to Williams, who's covering for the 2nd out. Nice play by the first baseman and the pitcher covering. So 2 down here in the top of the 8th. And up steps the catcher, Anthony Millo, who's 0 for 3 today. Williams sets and delivers. Pitches high, ball 1. That's a base hit through the box. A 2-out single for Millo, and this inning will continue for the Knights. Ground ball with eyes. So the number 9 hitter, Matt Termini, the third baseman, is 1 for 3 with a single. Steps up to the plate. Fouls it back behind home plate, strike 1. He's hitting .208 for the postseason. He had a .316 average during the regular season. And that's a line drive, base hit the other way, and just like that, with 2 outs, they now have runners at first and second and are threatening here with insurance runs. Next up is the number 1 hitter, the leadoff man, Max Luklitch. Max is 1 for 4 with a single. He has scored twice today. Outside, ball 1. He's hitting .274 for the postseason. Checks his swing, down low, 2 balls and no strikes. Finds the outside strong corner. Count is 2 balls and 1 strike on Luklitch. Saps leads off second, Termini off first. And that's a line drive, base hit Rounding third and heading home is Saps. The throw to the plate is not in time. It is an RBI single by Max Luklitch, and it's a 2-run advantage here in the top of the 8th as the Bronx Knights lead Game 3 of the World Series 4-2. Clutch 2-out hits. Next up is Don Mattingly, who's 1 for 4. Runners are in scoring position at second and third with 2 away. And it's a hard ground ball to the shortstop. Javier throws to first. The side is retired, but not before an RBI single gives the Bronx Knights an extra insurance run. Going to the bottom of the 8th, it's the Bronx Knights 4, the Colorado Rockies 2. Oh, yeah! So leading off for the Rockies is the left-handed hitter, Nate Lowe. He's 1 for 2 with a double. Swing and a miss at the fastball, strike 1. And he yanks the slider down the right field line. Count is quickly, no balls and 2 strikes on Lowe. Swing and a miss at the changeup is out in front. Strikes him out, and there's 1 away. It's Estevez's 3rd strikeout. He's faced 3 batters. He struck out all 3. Next up is Craig Biggio. Craig is 0 for 2. Strikeout, he popped up. And he hits a deep drive. Racing over towards the left center field gap. That ball is gone. It's a solo shot from Craig Biggio, and this is now a 1-run ball game, 4-3 here in the bottom of the 8th. That insurance run in the previous half inning is looming quite large right now after the solo home run by Biggio. Here's the replay. Big leg kick. 2-handed swing. Deposits it into the left center field bleachers. No chance for anybody. So next up is Carson Kelly. He's 0 for 2. He struck out. He lined out. Who do I have in the bullpen? Manager, bullpen. We're in the bottom of the 8th. Smoltz is worn the frig out. I'm sorry, I'm going to go with Carlos Estevez. 1 away here in the bottom of the 8th. And he hits a deep drive, but not quite deep enough. Back goes Luklitch, making the catch for out number 2. That'll quiet down the crowd just a tad. So next up is Mookie Betts. He's 0 for 3. He's hitting 174 in the playoffs. Ground ball, actually line drive towards the left side, foul ball, strike 1. Misses inside with the changeup, count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike. Just gets a piece of the slider, count is 1 and 2 on Mookie. Just misses with the slider. He thought he had him with a called strike 3, but according to the home plate umpire, the count evens. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Bottom of the 8th. Bronx Knights lead 4-3 here in Game 3 of the World Series. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and the side is retired. So we'll go to the 9th. Craig Biggio, solo shot, makes this game a little bit closer. It's a 1-run ball game here in Game 3 of the World Series. Knights lead 4-3. So, Rob Nen comes in relief. He's pitched in 3 games. He has not pitched well. In 3 innings, he's given up 2 earned runs. His record is 0-1. Stepping up to the plate is Chris Ramos. He's 4 for 4 today with 2 runs batted in. They're all 4 singles, but considering how he's been playing lately, I'm sure he'll take it. And he hits a deep drive the other way. Back goes the fielder, looking up on the warning track. He makes the catch for the first out. 1 pitch, 1 away here in the top of the 9th. He made a bid for his 5th hit and his 2nd home run of this World Series, but just died on the warning track. So before we go any further, going to the manager's office in the bullpen, lefty. All right, I'm putting in Jesse Biddle in the 9th. I'm sitting down Zach Eflin. Jesse Biddle is coming into the game. He's going to get the save for me. John Smoltz is going to warm up just in case. So Jesse Biddle is going to be given the opportunity to get the 3-out save in the 9th. So 1 away here in the top of the 9th. Michael O'Rourke steps up. He's 0 for 3. But Michael lines a base hit to right. He's 1 for 4 now. 1-out single for the Bronx Knights here in the 9th. Next up is Jacob Salazar. Hard line drive between first and second. So Jacob, switch hitter, batting from the left side against the righty Rob Nen, 0 for 3 today. Quick throw to first. O'Rourke has 27 stolen bases during the regular season. Good for second on the ball club behind Max Luklitch with 39. And he's going. Pitches in there for a strike. Throw down to second is not in time. It's a stolen base for Michael O'Rourke. He doesn't look like it, but he's got a little bit of savvy, a little bit of speed. So he's in scoring position now with 1 away. Count is 0-1 on Salazar. Pitch misses, ball 1. Count is 1 ball and 1 strike. O'Rourke leads off second. And it's a pop-up. Javier Baez makes the catch for the 2nd out. PS4 went sleep mode. What did I miss, please? Well, it's hard to describe exactly what you missed, but the good news is the Bronx Knights are winning 4-3 here in the top of the 9th inning. As Matt Saps comes up, he's 0 for 4, 2 outs in the 9th. And the good news is that it will be on YouTube for you to scan through later. Thank God for YouTube, right? Pitch is inside, ball 1. Runner is at second is O'Rourke. He is possibly an insurance run as we go to the bottom of the 9th. Pitch is low, 2 balls and no strikes. But in order for that to be the case, Matt Saps has to drive him in. The count is 2 balls and no strikes from Rob Nen. 3-0 count. Will he swing on 3-0? No, he will not, because I never swing on 3-0. I take a pitch. I'd rather walk. And if I don't walk, I can always swing 3-1. See? Why am I going to swing at a bad pitch and end the inning? So, runners at first and second with 2 away. And up steps Francisco Lindor. Francisco's 1 for 4. He had a triple in the 4th inning. He has 2 runners on, 2 away. And he lines it, and it will dunk in there and go all the way to the wall. 1 run will score. 2 runs will score. He's rounding third. He's heading home. The throw to the plate is in time. So it's a triple thrown out at the plate. The side is retired, but it's now a 3-run lead thanks to the 2-run double, the 2-run triple, pardon me. And we'll go to the bottom of the 9th in Game 3 of the World Series with a 3-run advantage for the Bronx Knights here at Coors Field. Do I want to change pitchers? Yes, I do. Coming in relief to pitch to the 9th with a 3-run lead is Jesse Biddle. This is his 5th appearance in the postseason. He has no record, but he's pitched in 5 2/3 innings. He's given up 2 earned runs. He has 6 strikeouts. Let's go. Ryan Klesko steps up. He had a solo home run here in the 4th. Jose, you missed nothing. That was the most exciting thing that happened all game. So, leading off in the bottom of the 9th here in Game 3 of the World Series, Biddle versus Klesko. In there, strike 1. Oh, it's too late for the replay. I apologize, Jose. Now that I threw the first pitch of the bottom of the 9th, the replay is now gone. I apologize. I should have. You're absolutely right. I should have replayed that. Next pitch. Misses with the curveball down low. Count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike. And he skies it to left. There is O'Rourke near the line. Makes the catch, 1 away. So there's 1 out here in the bottom of the 9th. Should the Bronx Knights win this game, they will have a 3-0 lead in a best-of-7 series which means that the Colorado Rockies, to win the World Series, would need to then win 4 straight. It has happened in history. The most recent example I can think of is in 2004 when the Boston Red Sox were down 0-3 to the New York Yankees and then proceeded to win 4 straight to go advance to the World Series. In their strike one to Willie Mays. But I don't believe it's happened in the World Series. So the Bronx Knights will need one more win to be World Series champions. And he fouls off the curveball. The count is no balls and 2 strikes on Willie Mays. Willie's 1 for 3 today with a massive home run solo shot. Fouls it back behind home plate. Count remains 0-2 on Mays. Say hey, Willie. And again, he fouls the slider back. Counts 0-2. 1 out here in the 9th. And he's fighting. The Hall of Fame center fielder is battling at the plate, trying to keep this game alive. Strike 3 called. He doesn't like the call. There are 2 away here in the bottom of the 9th, and Game 3 of the World Series is down to its final out. So representing that final out is Juan Soto. He's 0 for 3 today. Pitch from Biddle. It's a ground ball. This should do it. Fielded by Salazar. Throws to first. Ball game over. Game 3 World Series over. Bronx Knights win 6-3 and have a commanding 3-0 advantage in this World Series matchup between the Bronx Knights and the Colorado Rockies. They were down 2-1 in the division series to the Minnesota Twins, won Game 4 and Game 5. Then they were down Game 1 versus the Tampa Bay Rays in the American League Championship Series, came back to win that series in 6 games. And now the Bronx Knights are poised to possibly sweep the series. They're up 3-0 in a best-of-7. So, Bronx Knights, 6 runs, 13 hits, no errors. Colorado Rockies, 3 runs, 4 hits, 1 error. As you can see, they're excited. They should be. They're up 3-0 in a best-of-7 series. 1 more game and they win the World Series. And the player of the game, the injury replacement for right fielder Benny Lo Cicero, Francisco Lindor, hit 2 triples in this ball game. Two hits, 2 RBIs, both triples. So Madison Bumgarner gets the win. He's 3-0 in the playoffs. Nick Goody is 0-2. He lost yesterday in the Game 1 11-inning walk-off hit, walk-off sacrifice fly in Game 2 at Yankee Stadium. And now he's credited with the loss here in this one. Jesse Biddle gets the save, his first of the postseason. And this has been a broadcast of Bronx Knights Baseball. I am RC Robbin. Thank you for joining me. If you're watching this on YouTube, please like the video. Please subscribe to the channel. So, hopefully, 1 game left. Hopefully. We shall see, said the blind man. We shall see. If you're new to the channel, we do more than just play baseball. We play Dungeons and Dragons. We play other types of video games. There are plenty of playlists on this channel. In addition, this is a 162-game regular season that was a created franchise called the Bronx Knights. I played every inning of every game from beginning to end, no skipped innings, no simulated games, and that includes the World Series and the playoffs. What time tomorrow? It's a good question. I'm going to predict 6 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, which some of you that are on the West Coast, it's probably 3 o'clock Pacific Time. So I would say 6 o'clock Eastern Standard Time is a good guess. If I should lose, I hope not, but if I lose Game 4, I will definitely come on and play Game 5 later on that same evening. But I would imagine Game 4 would probably be between 6 and 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The final here in Coors Field for Game 3 of the World Series, Rockies versus Knights. The Bronx Knights win 6-3. 7 p.m. there. I will see you then, Jose. I will see you then, Wicked Quixotic. The Outlander Show, those of you that are interested in Madden football, the Outlander Show is a channel on YouTube. You should like them and subscribe them as well. And tonight they're going to be doing some Madden football. It's a lot of fun to watch. Put it on the big TV, load up your YouTube app instead of watching it on your phone, turn it on your television, and enjoy some football. Thank you so much for everybody for tuning in. I appreciate it, and I will see you for Game 4 tomorrow.